So we have around 22 to 23 participants here. So let us start. Is voice audible? Not clear. Yes. Okay, second, let me check. Just give me a second. You have to excuse me because there is no electricity. The place no playing. I've connected using my mobile hotspot. So the connection may be unstable in between. So you have to excuse me for some time. How about now? It's before. Better. Okay. We start.
ചേട്ടാ ഒരു 5 മിനിറ്റ് പറയണേ 5 മിനിറ്റ് വിളിക്കാവോ 5 മിനിറ്റ് വെയിറ്റ് മീറ്റിംഗ് ഒരു 5 മിനിറ്റ്
Somebody has to mute audio. Okay, fine. So last session we were not seeing about how the HR in the in taking the employees, like in government. Guys, you have to mute your audio.
No. Ma'am,
how people are being, like
your audio is
very
breaking.
low. My audio is breaking. Okay. How about now?
The same.
Same. Okay. Okay, how about now? I think it's better than before.
It's better, like still it's breaking also.
Sorry, I have no choice because just from my mobile hotspot.
Yeah, ma'am, but I understood, but still voice is not breaking. It cannot be like while saying a long sentence.
Okay,
It's
let me do one thing. Breaking in between. Okay. So let me speak a little slow. Maybe that may help. Okay. So last session we were seeing about how people are being recruited in government organizations and private organizations. So what are the steps the HR department follows in the recruiting process? So we were we were seeing about that. Now coming to the overall, let's see where HR, where it can extend its hands, where it can help the organizational activities. What is the role of HR department? So what authorities do this department have, and in which are all the aspects in which? So considering the person and the HRM department can help in manpower planning, that is how many employees are required for running the organization, how many more are required, and like recruitment and selection, selecting right number of employees, right candidate for the right position at the right time, induction and placement, so the candidate being introduced organization and get organization, training or induction program, And then again, once the employee is in so after some time, the employee has got into the organization. There will
Ma'am,
be no the HR department. Yeah.
your voices was stuck and your presentation is lost. The screen sharing is lost.
Okay, I have shared it again. Check maybe in another 3 or 4 seconds, it may be displayed in your screen. I have shared it once again.
Not it, ma'am.
Not yet. I think there is a time lag. One second. So now, are you able to see the screen?
It's just buffering. No, no, it's
Buffering.
working. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine, fine. So, and then again, once employee is in the organization, based on the employee's experience and skill sets, the employee can be transferred and promoted to another department or to a higher profile based on the recommendation and the analysis of the HR department, and layoffs and retrenchment. So the employee is not up to the mark, or it's in a problem or becoming a headache to the organization. So HR department can jump into the situation and speak with the employee, try to make the employee understand about the needs in the organization. And if it's not working, so employee may be laid off from the organization. And remuneration and incentives, which is very important for any employee. And so identifying the correct candidate, and pointing out top management about the particular employees' skills and the achievements, and what is the percentage or what is the contribution the employee has given to the organization, and making sure that employee is getting remunerated and getting paid and labor area aspect area where the HR department can extend its hands. Coming to the welfare aspect, canteens, crashes, lunch, restrooms, these can be made possible in any organization, whether it is small or large, government or private.
Ma'am,
So, yeah,
your screen is
still
also
breaking.
still.
Is my voice audible better than before? Are you able to hear my voice?
Ma'am, it's breaking now.
It's breaking again.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm extremely sorry. I don't have any other choice because we don't have
It's breaking and sometimes
electricity.
coming clear.
Oh, sometimes it comes clear. Okay, sometimes in between it breaks. Okay. Don't worry, maybe I will continue with the some time. It is not working for maybe in another 10 or 15 minutes. No, we can have this session on by next week. So that's not an issue. But hope in another 15 minutes, hope the situation will be all right. Hope we are expecting electricity within 9 o'clock. Okay. So welfare aspect, employees. So lunch and restrooms can be arranged according to the need of the employees. So in case of women employees, crashes can be made available within the organization so that the women employees can like work peacefully, leave their child in the creches, and housing and transport. So when it comes to housing, few organizations, big organizations, especially production plants, they usually give housing facilities to the employees. So making sure the employees are staying very nearby to the production facility, it will be easy for them to commute to the area, the production area. And then providing educational facilities as well for the employees' children and their family members, health and safety, which is more important in any organizational workflow, giving medical assistance and recreational facilities. So this can be made arranged with the collaboration between the HR department and the top management. The department has to make the top management understand about the needs of the employees, their employee, and they have to make them understand like how much the employee will be like contributing once their need is satisfied. And then coming to industrial relations aspect. So usually, like if there is a trade union in an organization, if a trade union is a part of an organization or functioning outside the organization, of course, there will be some kind of like disturbances or hindrances in between regarding claims, payoff, or the leaves and the other benefits. So these disputes can be like resolved with the help of HR department. So if the top management and unions or the other external agents, when they are in clash, whether they are not agreeing to any common principle for the smooth running of the organization. So this can be made possible. That is, the dispute can be resolved if HR department like takes action to resolve the situation and make both parties understand their need to like have collaboration between. So this can be done by collective bargaining and taking disciplinary actions and settlement of disputes. So which we will be seeing in detail in forthcoming sessions. And there are few techniques for evaluating the HR strategies. That is like strategic and effective evaluation, key performance indicators. These are given of the HR techniques. So this is not in detail, but I have given the main techniques, used techniques for assessing the assessing the participation or the action plan of the HRM department in an organization. So this also we will be seeing in detail in the forthcoming session. What is an action plan? So action plan is something that what the HR department like plans to do in like nearby future. That is in another 1 week or 1 month or between within maximum next 2 to 3 months, not more than that. That is how many employees has to be like taken from external sources or from internal sources, and what should be like what should be their salaries, and like they will be having specific action plans which has to be done or which has to be achieved in the nearby future. So that's called action plan. And then we will be seeing about HR auditing, which is the most important tool in HRM technique. So like even the HR department HR department conducts the analyzation and evaluation of other departments, but as well as there is a need for evaluation within the HR department itself. So the top management or any external agency which is like guided or guided by the top management has to oversee that the HR department also functions properly. That is, the goal or objective for the of the company, like that has to be, met by the HR department as also. So that is done by HR auditing. So even that point, even that technique, like we will be seeing in detail. There are many steps included, how auditing can be done. HR auditing can be done. So that also we will be seeing in forthcoming sessions. Now, this is the process of HRM. Let us first assess the risk opportunities and other areas within the organization. So what are the strengths or weakness and risks and opportunities? What are the things, like what are these aspects available within the organization, or what are all the possibilities of these aspects coming from outside the organization. So first, assessment has to be done, and then define, based on the assessment, the department has to define goals, strategies, and policies that has to be communicated to the management as well as to the employees, and implement those strategies. And then finally, measure those strategies, like measuring or monitoring in between. Maybe they can have a time frame within a week, like it can be done in a week's time. Every week the assessing can be done, or every month the assessing can be done, depends upon the number of employees in the organization. And then finally, communicate the outcome of the measures to the management as well as the employees. So the final result should be both the management and the employees in the organization should join hands and work towards achieving the organizational goal. So this is done with the help of the HR department. So last session I was asking about what are all the new problems and what are all the challenges faced by the HR departments, in these years. So if you see interorganizational problems, as I said, there is emergence of new technologies and accepting those technologies by the employees of the organization. That is the biggest challenge faced by any department, any HR department. Growing size of workforce. So imagine, like an organization with 4,000 or 5,000 employees, or even 10,000 employees, like big IT companies or companies like Reliance Industries or whatever, Tata Industries, whatever it is, so department has to have a track of each and every person, related to the organization, like in contact with the organization, whether it be employees or whether it be the middle managers, the worker level employees or the middle managers, or the other persons who are directly or indirectly contributing to the organizational achievements. So they have to have a track on all these data, with them. They have to keep ready with them. And internal politics. So there are many departments in their organization. Obviously, internal politics will happen. So the department has to make sure the organization runs smoothly, without any conflicts within the department or within the employees or within the level of management. Communication, there should be a proper communication between all levels of the management, between all the employees within the organization. So that can be made possible if the HR department functions really well. And then the psychological problem. So each and every individual will have their own attitudes, own attributes, and own beliefs. So the basic basic rule, or not the basic rule, I would say basic idea of the HRM is first to clear off all those negative aspects in an employee, in an individual. So it has to make sure the employee contributes something to the organization, because not only the employee is getting paid, but the organization spends energy and time to train that employee, or to recruit, that the process of recruiting that employee that involves a lot. So the organization, the HRM department has to make sure each and every employee, in spite of their own in spite of their personal attributes or personal attitudes, whatever it is, so everything it should be kept outside the organization. Once they are into the organization, they have to completely focus on working towards the organizational goal. Growing employee expectations. So each and every employee has more expectations nowadays. It's not like olden times. So the employees are expecting more than, like getting a salary. So that may be, like a kind of, they may be expecting a kind of recognition. They may be expecting, like a promotion at the earliest, or they may be expecting transfer to another department or another location as per their personal needs, whatever it is. So all these has to be, like managed by the HR department alone, because no other departments in the organization are going to take any step, in resolving these disputes or these aspects. And finally, maintenance of human relations. So they have to maintain good human relations, between the employees, so that everything functions smoothly. So when it comes to financial problems, like increasing cost, increasing costs definitely have an impact in the organizational day-to-day functions, because every day the cost of, like maintaining and running the organization increases. And more than that, each and every employee's salary, like in case if they are, like asking for a hike in the salary, or if they are asking for some kind of remuneration, along with their salary. So that has to be, because HR department cannot decide everything on its own. When it comes to money, or when it comes to any formulation of any goals or setting up of objectives, it has to get approval from the top management or the leader of the company, leader of the organization. So this has to be, like discussed with the top management and get their approval, and finally that has to be communicated to the employee. If it is yes, if the top management has accepted the offer from the employee regarding a salary hike or regarding an incentive, so that has to be communicated. Or if the top management is not accepting it because of few reasons, or because of any particular reason, that has to be properly communicated to the employee, and make sure that employee doesn't get hurt, like because of the specific reason which is said by the top management. So like HR department has to act like like a negotiator kind of a thing in between the top management and the employee. And difference in pay structure, both the employee, any two employees can be, like in the same designation, they may be getting they may be, having same what do you say, like their qualification, same experience, everything can be same, because of one or two aspects, which is overseen, or which is like seen by the top management, one person's salary may be a little higher than the other one. So if the other employee creates a problem, or takes as this as a issue, and it comes to the HR department, it should be in the HR department's hand to handle this problem in a good way, in a good manner. And then legal challenges. So legal, every day the government and the other external parties, they keep on changing the laws, they keep on changing the regulations, they come with new rules and like law enforcements and everything. So it's a responsibility of the HR department to make sure these are being accepted by each and every person in the organization, because they cannot go against the law. Any organization, it cannot go, when it comes to employee benefit or whatever it is, they cannot go against the law. So, and then interference of trade unions. So there is a trade union in an organization. The trade union has to know, like in their few employees or in their hands of the trade union, of course there will be kind of like disturbances or interference in between. So the HR departments like they have to handle the trade unions in a very effective way, so that the day-to-day organizational activities is not disturbed. Okay, good news is electricity has come. So give me a second. Let me, how about the screen sharing now? Is it fine?
Yes, fine.
It's fine. And how about my voice? Because I'm going to connect with my home Wi-Fi.
It's clear.
If this is not working,
Now
voice is
it's
also
clear.
better. Okay,
It's
okay.
better, ma'am.
Better. Okay, good, very good. So let me like switch on my video as well if possible. Yes, very good. That's great. Okay. Okay. So moving on to the next topic. So like when you like cover everything, when you cover all the challenges and problems faced by the HR department, you can very well combine everything under these these topics. That is globalization. Globalization is nothing but acceptance of new trends and technologies within the organization or by the employees of the organization. Technology, that is new technology. Managing changes, that is how if change is being implemented in an organization, it's very if the employee restrict restrict himself or herself to accept those changes, it will be a problem. Or if a team, as a team, if they restrict to accept those changes, it will be a problem. So it's HR department's responsibility to make sure these changes are very well understood by the team members or by the task force or by the workers in the organization, and they have to undergo go along with it. And then the human capital, like maintenance of manpower resources available in the organization, and the cost the cost, the amount of the remuneration or whatever it is which is allowed by the top management. So that has to be balanced. That's responsibility of the HR department. Responsiveness, each and every employee, whether the employee is in top management or in a worker level management, that doesn't matter. So it's a responsibility of the HR department to make sure that each and every person in the organization is responding. Responsive is the commitment level. Completely committed to the work when the employee is still in the organization. And cost containment as well. Okay. So now we are going to see the levels of management. So we know that there is some hierarchical structure. We know many different kinds of types of structure in the organization. But the levels of management here, it is based on the few basic the day-to-day work related. So strategic level is something that where these strategies are planned, like the organizational goals and objectives are set up, and allocation of resources are decided, and the delegation of authorities to each and every department is not taken care. And when it comes to tactical or manager level, like all tactics within the organization, that is day-to-day organizational activities are managed by this tactical level. And operational level is the main core operation of the organization, which directly contributes to the upcoming of the organization. So in detail, strategic level, it comprises of board of directors, CEO, VP, MD, whatever it is, almost by the top management people. So their responsibility is to set the objectives and long-term goals, plan and make management decisions. In very few cases, the management decisions, either the worker level employees are being engaged, but most of the cases, only the top management takes all the decisions and informs the other departments or other other levels of the organization. And tactical or managerial level, that is the middle level. So that comprises of branch managers, finance managers, personnel managers, whatever the complete managerial level people. So what are all their responsibilities is problem solving. So almost day to day there will be some challenges, there will be some problems in the organization. So their responsibility is to take care. There is no none of the problem within the organization or from the external agency disturbs the day-to-day activity of the organization. So they may be involved, they may be helping out in team building, allocating the resources, develop and implement training activities, and all these are decided or these are done by the tactical or managerial level. And then operational level, that is supervisors, foremen, shift managers, workers, superintendents. So all their work is to their responsibility to supervise the employees and coordinate day-to-day production activities. So these are all the levels of the management based on the responsibilities each and every department or each and every employee handle in the organization. And other than that, based on the functions, day-to-day functions, we can classify two different classifications available, that is line and staff functions. So line function is something that the department of or the employees of the organizations, which core activities of the organization is done. For example, if it is a production company, production is the core activity. You cannot say HR department, HR management, or the finance management, finance department, or the marketing department, they perform the core activities. No, if it is a production company, production is the core activity which directly contributes to the business. So if there is no production, there is no business, there is no organization. So if it is a marketing company, marketing department is the core activity. Marketing is the core activity of the organization. So these are called line functions, and these functions, they directly contribute to the business. I mean, the activities which is done in those departments or in the task force, it directly contribute to the business. And staff functions is managing the day-to-day activities, like managing the people, managing the workflow, managing the manpower, everything. What are all the managerial managing functions available in the organization? So that is done by the staff of the organization. So based on the functions the people perform or the departments perform, we can make it as two classifications: line function and staff function. So we know what is managerial function, like we have already seen: planning, organizing, staffing, direction, and control. When it comes to operative functions, so procurement is allocating of resources and acquiring those resources. The resources can be anything, as I said. It can be raw materials, it can be assets, or it can be raw materials, it can be assets, or it can be manpower, available outside the organization, or it can be the checking of for people who are ready to contribute something in the organization. That is there can be called as stakeholders, or even the procurement of market, a complete market can be procured. So, and then development of each and every department and each and every employee. Compensation, providing compensation to the employees, maintenance of all the workflow and the manpower flow, and motivation to the employees, and integration among the employees. So these are all operative functions of the organization. Whereas managerial functions, that is taken care by the managerial level, that is the middle level, or sometimes even the top management, they can also involve in planning, organizing, staffing functions according to the size of the organization. Otherwise, if it is a big organization, top management only takes care of saying yes or no to any decision taken by the managerial level people. So altogether, let's see, what is the role of a HR manager. So HR manager acts as a counselor. He or she acts as some mediator. Counselor is like if an employee comes with some grievance, or is hurt by any of the thing that has happened within the organization. So the department can give counseling to the particular employee and make the employee understand about his or her role and responsibility in the organization. And mediator, if there is a conflict between two departments, or conflict between two level of managements, or conflict between employees, or conflict between two team members, they can act as a mediator and they can resolve the issue. Spokesperson, so on behalf of the workers, the HR department speaks with the top management. On the behalf of top management, the HR speaks with the employees, with the worker level people. So as a spokesperson also, HR department acts, HR acts. And then problem solver, so any problem arises within the organization, try to solve it. And change agent, yes, change is being change, it is first and I mean, initially it is being accepted by the HR department, and when they feel, yes, this change has to be implemented in our organization, so they come with the change. They come with the do's and don'ts, positive and negatives of those changes. They speak with the top management, make them understand, no, and make them accept those changes. And once the top management accepts this, no, they have to negotiate with the worker level people also. And then welfare role, like fixing, no, like maintaining all the basic amenities, no, like available within the organization. That is, no, like like good toilet systems and good ventilation and good lighting, safety measures, everything comes under welfare role. And even, no, like giving educational amenities to the children of those of the employees, and medical assistance to the employees as well as their family members. So everything comes under welfare role. Clerical role, yes, of course, no, within the organization HR department functions, so they work as clerks also. And then finally, legal role. So they are the main, like arbitrators between the organization, that is the people inside the organization, department in the organization, and the external sources. So they work like arbitrators, or they work like negotiators between the legal agencies or legal departments outside the organization and the other people and other departments within the organization. So as I said, this is the action plan, that is to-do list. So in many top like companies, each and every department has this action plan in their hand, no, like what to do next, that is what to do in another 1 week, what should be the plan, what should be the like action to be taken in another 1 month. So what are their roles and responsibilities, and like they should have, no, in between they have to check whether they are in the line, so everything is being done, no, like in a perfect manner. So I'm having, no, like I'm going to ask you few I'm going to, know, like mention few designations, that is the what do you say, like employees designations in any organization. So any one or two can reply under which level, no, like the person comes, that is which under which level the designation comes. So first one is technical support executive. So where do you think, no, the technical support executive, so where does this person, no, fix himself or herself in the management level? Is it
Operational
strategic?
level.
It's operational level.
Oh, that's great. Very good. How about warehouse manager?
Tactical.
Of course, yeah, warehouse manager. Market analyst.
Strategic.
Strategic, that's great. Okay, inventory manager.
Operational
Managerial
level.
level.
Okay.
Tactical manager.
Yeah, tactical or managerial level. Yes, and chief finance officer. Chief finance officer.
Strategic level.
Strategic level. Yes, CFO of the company. So allocates resources and oversees, no, like all the finance resources available in the organization. How about material handling executive?
Operational level.
Operational level.
Operation.
Ma'am, your voice is not audible.
Okay. Why I'm getting muted? Okay, fine. In-house logistics executive.
Operational level.
Operational level.
Operation. Okay, okay, fine. And transport manager.
Managerial
Tactical and
level.
managerial level.
Managerial level.
Head of marketing.
Strategic level.
Strategic level. Okay. Project director.
Strategic.
Strategic level.
Strategic level. Okay. And sales manager.
Managerial level.
Managerial level. Okay. Fleet manager.
Managerial level.
Managerial level. Yeah. So fleet manager. So they operate in logistics department. Yes. Warehouse or inventory in charge.
Operational level.
Operational level. Branch manager.
Managerial level.
Yes, that's great. So now you have an overall understanding of like the levels, no, in the management according to the functions and the responsibilities they perform in the organization. That's great. Okay. So now we are going to see about the types of business organizations. So all these departments, all these designations, all these employees, like they work in an organization. So each and organization has like a different kind of organizational setting. So when the organization is being when it is started in the initial days, they may start as an individual company or an individual organization. Maybe after some time, like when time passes, they may get merged with another company, or they may like join hands with another business giant in the market, and sometimes they may have to even lose the organization name, and they have to make use of the, or they have to operate under, they have to perform all the skills under the giant organization. So we are going to see the basic types of business organization. The first one is franchising. So take examples of KFC, McDonald's, like Subway, these kind of organizations, they have given franchising. So this franchising idea first started with, I think, KFC. It was like long before in United States. So they came up with the idea of franchising. It's a joint venture between the franchisor and the franchisee. So the franchisor is the person who has initiated the business. That is the original business. So the franchisor sells the right to use the business name and idea to the franchisee, and the franchisee can use the name of the parent organization and the idea of the parent organization and start selling the products in another area or another market or another location within the country, or like outside the country, boundary of the country. So the franchisee buys this right to sell the franchise's goods. So this is called franchising. And then we have licensing. Licensing is something that not completely everything is being made from the parent organization, but maybe a few, one or two concept or a core idea or whatever it is, maybe a particular, in case of production companies, a particular product design or whatever it is, getting only that particular aspect and making use of it for running the business, that's called licensing. It's a contract between two parties where the licensor agrees to the terms and conditions. So all the terms and conditions are agreed by the licensor, which is formulated by the licensing company. And a fee or royalty is charged by the licensor to the licensee, that we know. So example is like many, if you happen to see many commercial ads, the songs from very popular music album or being taken, being used for promoting a product, from maybe from Elvis Presley or whatever, like Boney M, like many ads, so they make use of one particular song or like 4 to 5 lines from one particular song, to promote their product. And make it, they take an example of Coca-Cola or Pepsi. So the way of the preparation of that carbonated drink is being licensed by the local distributors or local bottling companies. So it is got from the licensor, that is the Coca-Cola or Pepsi. So here that particular distributor or the bottling company, make use of that one particular idea, and they know they are selling the product. So it's not like the formula completely being given. So they can, even the local people, particular distributor within one particular country may like add or edit or like delete one or two ingredients in the I mean in the carbonated drink according to that particular people's needs in the country, like so it happens. And like you can see like many commercial products like especially like the commercial goods for children. So Mickey Mouse is being like printed either on the wrapper or on the product or even in the advertisement, like this is used. So Mickey Mouse is actually like it is patented for Walt Disney. Walt Disney has patented it. So if you want to use a Mickey Mouse, local companies like without getting any rights from the Walt Disney, they usually use it. That's not like that's a common thing like in developing countries or underdeveloped countries. But mostly if you happen to see the developed countries, they have to get the license from Walt Disney Company to make use of the for making use of the idol or the like the cartoon character, like Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse or whatever it is, Donald Duck or whatever it is. So this is called licensing. In franchising, you're completely getting everything A to Z of the parent company. Whereas in licensing, you are like getting only one particular idea of the parent company, or only the brand name, or only the color, or only one particular aspect of the parent company, and making use of it to sell your product. Leasing and is something like for a particular period of time, the product or the brand or whatever it is, a trademark, it can be leased, it can be like taken into use, and once that period time is over, it has to be like given back. So this is called leasing. Most of us would have been known what is leasing. When it comes to buildings or houses, we know what is leasing. So example is like I've taken example of Hong Kong. Hong Kong has been like it has been taken leased like by British the army, British government, I think, yeah, for 99 years. I think they started leasing it from 1890 1899 or 90, I'm not very sure. So they gave back Hong Kong once because when they started when the agreement was signed between like the Hong Kong ruling party that time, it was now acquired by British. I know that very well, everyone knows that. So when the contract was signed for leasing, the general or the particular person like who was in responsibility of like making that contract wasn't aware that like after leasing they have to give back that country uh, to the core country, that is China. They have to give back to China. So they thought that the whole world will be under that control. So they never thought India has to be given back to Indian people, or whichever country they have colonized. Like they never had that idea. So after this World War, like Second World War and everything, this communism, it started. It came to its peak, and everybody wanted to have their own way of running the country. So each and everyone like wanted their country's independence. So the Hong Kong which has been leased for 99 years was given back to China, the province of China. And then corporate expansions or business expansions, that is like opening another branch office or the parent office or in another location, or adding something to the quality of the product to increase the quality of the product, or some kind of like innovation which is, for example, Apple, they come with like more and more innovations which we can't even imagine. So they come with more innovation. That's called corporate expansion. And when you take like many food chain industry or textile industry, they have their overseas branch as well. So that is corporate expansion. So I've taken an example of like Nali, which is very famous in South India for its textiles and like silk products. So they have their branches in Australia and USA. That's they started off with in a very small scale, like long before, 50, 60 years before, they started off in a very small scale, and now they are like textile agent and textile big agents. So this is corporate expansion. And amalgamation is like two different companies, like whether they are within the same country or from different countries. So they join hands together and like come with a new product. So neither of the company lose their lose their company logo or their patent or their business name. Neither of them lose it. So they'll keep as it is. It will be like a joint venture, like for example, Maruti in India and Maruti Motors in India and Suzuki Motors from Japan. They joined hands together and they came with Maruti Suzuki. So neither of them lost their names or the brand names, or neither of them lost their logos. No, nothing has happened. So but what happened was a new logo, comprising of both the logos, a new name has been formed. So this is called amalgamation. Another example is Tata Sons, industry from India, and AIA of Hong Kong. They joined hands together and they came with Tata AIG Insurance. So these are the examples of amalgamation. Merger and acquisition is something that one company buys all the rights from the other company, and whichever company has bought everything from the other company will have its own logo and name for the new product. For example, Vodafone has bought Idea and they came up with VI. So here Idea is no more. Idea is you can say demolished, or Idea is no more. So only Vodafone stands there. So in order to announce a public, they have merged with Idea. They have acquired Idea. So they made use of that I from Idea. So in their logo. And Zomato, it has got the Uber Eats. Uber Eats was also was a number one competitor for Zomato, for Swiggy and Zomato in India. But after some time, they lost their, I don't know, they didn't cope up with the new changes or what, I don't know. But somehow Uber Eats, they didn't function much quite well. So Zomato has bought Uber Eats. Now Zomato operates a single, as a single entity. So these are the examples. And finally, diversification. Diversification is something that one parent company comes with different products in different zones or different in multiple areas. Maybe they can start something as for cosmetics. They can come with food products. They can and come with the same company. Parent company would be the same, but they go with different type of products, according to the people's need or according to the market need. So I've given an example of ITC. You can take many examples like Nestle. Nestle is a very good example. And now ITC Limited is Indian Tobacco Company. It was started as a tobacco company, a manufacturer for tobacco. But after some time, they felt that tobacco is not a healthy product or healthy one, for the people as well as for the country. So they have completely changed their plan, and they have changed their path. Now they are running hotels, like 5-star, 7-star hotels, ITC Park Sheraton, ITC Maurya and everything. They have branded hotels, and they have come up with food products and FMCG products, and they have come up with they have even standard out in textile industries and everything. So this is called diversification. We have more, but we will be seeing that in upcoming. What is a corporate company? What is a public limited? What is private limited? What is a proprietorship? These things we will be seeing in our next session. So before winding up, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. And
Yeah,
initially, yeah.
Yeah, that Vodafone idea. It's like
Yes.
it's not. It's like a amalgamation, right? Like Vodafone has amalgamated from idea. So it's like a horizontal acquisition. Like
We can say, okay, amalgamation is also accepted, but if you see the core policies, no, in merging Vodafone with Idea, if you happen to see the core policies of that Vodafone, no, like so you can see it's actually no an acquisition. It's not even a no like merger. It's actually an acquisition, because like Idea was no like falling down. So Vodafone made use of the situation and no completely no like got everything from Idea. It's a kind of actually acquisition, not even a merger.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am. What about the private labeling?
Private.
Private labeling, example. In India, there are some companies which, Kajaria, they are not properly making the products, and they are getting the products from other companies, which means producing by others, and they are using their brand name on that.
Yes, yes. So you're asking what type of business venture it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's what I said. No, we will be seeing more in forthcoming. I mean, in my next session, no, like we will be seeing about what is no like a private limited, public limited, how companies operate. Few companies there have own production plan. Few outsource the production to a third party agency, outsource the transportation to third party agency, and few companies like even for no like resource allocation, a third party agency can be no like made use. For example, no like I think Mahindra, no Toyota. Yes, I'm sorry, Toyota. I can say no like all the spare parts and everything for the car. No, it's manufactured by no like a small other hardware. I mean other companies. No, like those products are being acquired by the car companies, and when it comes to the production plant, everything is being assembled. Only assembling is happening in the production plant, in the production area, not actually the production. So that's an assembling plant. So we will be seeing that no in detail about in our next session.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else? That's it. Okay, fine. So we are winding up for today's session. So initially, a few were saying that like my voice was breaking. No, few things were not. No, you were not able to follow. If you want to ask like doubts related to the first few slides, you can ask right now. Or else like we can wind up and we will meet in the next session. Okay,
Thank
fine,
you
no
very much.
problem. Yes, okay. So I'll be sharing the the material, the PPT, like to the representative. You will be getting it at the earliest. Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
bye
ma'am.
bye.
Yeah. Bye. We'll meet in the next session. Bye.